If you've been following the channel, then you might be familiar with me talking about the downfall of society as we know it and how harmful adult content actually can be to people. So let me introduce you to somebody who you probably know, to be honest with you, Brooke Monk. As far as I know, she is only a TikToker. I am not familiar if she does anything else. She has been going viral the past little bit because, you know, people are talking about them being too far apart, okay? This is what we're going to be talking about today and how ridiculous that is, because this is actually something that is being brought up in conversation, whether or not she looks normal. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with 20 YouTube channels. This is just one video of an example that I showed you, but let me take you a look over to a couple comments over here. A lot of people have been actually jumping in on this discussion, like, you know, people just talking about, like, the entire video is just, girl, if hers are far apart, mine are divorced, they're so far, that just being one of them. This is the biggie, okay? Some of y'all clearly never seen them before, because this is a fairly normal looking woman, you know, like, there is nothing abnormal about this. Let me show you a couple videos. I'm going to mute the sound, excuse me, because this, and I believe this dress that she was wearing was really the beginning of all of it. You know, she is a very regular looking girl, perhaps in better shape than a lot of people, to be honest with you, but there's nothing wrong with her appearance, right? Let me continue on, because there are more videos that people have been talking about. It also has to do with this video over here, and it's crazy, like, that we're dissecting. It was apparently her in a red dress. I know there's a couple videos posted over here, but, you know, it's just her. Sorry, they keep going to different friends over here, but you can see in a lot of comments over here, like, I know that I'm sure there's some people jumping on the meme at this point just talking about them being far apart, but like there was so many people just commenting like, oh my god, why are they so far apart? And you know what's crazy is, you know, I'll show you one more video because she actually did end up touching on it, but again, it's her looking like a regular woman. You know, this is a normal build, okay? A normal, decent build. Let me bring you over to her actually acknowledging it over here. I don't know if there's any sound to this. I haven't watched it yet. Okay, so we're just gonna mute that over here. Why are they so far apart? And she ended up, you know, taking care of it. And I mean, taking care of it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I didn't mean like to comment on that, but it does look like she took care of it just a little bit compared to what everybody has been talking about. To go through some other comments, unfortunately, the comments have been cleaned up just a little bit over here. Like, why are they so far apart? What an odd thing to say. Guys are literally commenting that on other videos in this dress. It's so true. It's so true. And any normal person knows that this is what a normal woman looks like. And this is what adult content does to you. I always talk about it, man. And I don't know if I've ever actually dove deep onto this in the channel, but so many guys are getting addicted to this type of stuff. They are getting used to something that is an abnormal exaggeration of what a woman should be. And this is what they come to know as normal, because a lot of guys, let's be real, they're, you know, pleasuring themselves to pixels as opposed to actually pursuing real women in real life. So they are not exactly familiar with what a real build looks like. And they're kind of outing themselves by talking about like, oh my God, why are they so far apart? And I'm like, huh? I couldn't believe it that enough people were talking about this. Not only for Brooke had to acknowledge this, but enough that the point of everybody is just commenting on all of her videos like, oh my God, why are they so far apart? And now this poor girl, and I don't know, again, I don't know anything about her. I don't know if she was playing into the joke. I just know her as a TikTok girl. This poor girl probably has like beyond horrible self-image problems. And I know that I'm like laughing about it. Like I'm laughing at like the stupidity of the entire thing. I'm not laughing because this girl probably is having self-image problems because she's posting herself in a dress. I mean, whether or not that's a good idea is a conversation for another time, but these people, like, this is what I was going to say earlier, these people are kind of outing themselves where it's like, hey, I've never seen an actual girl naked and I'm just pleasuring myself to pixels on a screen. I can't stop touching my own pee-pee. Again, everything that they see online is fake. It's an over-exaggerated version of something that your brain was programmed to find irresistible. So that is going to become your new normal. And as you dive more and more into it, of course, it behaves in your brain like a drug addict would, where you need more and more ridiculous things. And the more that you watch that, the more that you see crazy, exaggerated, naked girls, you see normal girls and it just doesn't compare and it looks almost foreign to you. Something that you're programmed to find irresistible is now been hijacked. And now it's no longer like, okay, this is no longer something that I like to see. It's disgusting, man. And as far as I know, a lot of younger people do like, and Fact check me on that one if you want, okay? As far as I'm aware, a lot of young people are really, really into Brooke Monk, okay? And it's sad because a lot of young men nowadays, a lot of young boys are now looking at girls like this who is and you know what? I'll be honest with you. An attractive, seemingly healthy woman. They're looking at this and now they're going, oh my God, that's weird. That's weird. You know, and a lot of guys, and think about like, if we're talking about young men over here, young men are supposed to find this absolutely irresistible. And now they're built up and thinking it's weird. I know the stats of like about 4 or 5-ish years ago, young men were getting into adult content at around 11 years old. And I keep saying young men, I'm sorry, like it's a problem among young men, but boys have been getting into this at about 11 years old. I can't imagine what that's at now with the hyper-sexualized culture. I would imagine that people are getting into it like 8, 7. All these parents giving their kids phones now too. Like I can't imagine. I would imagine it's going to get a lot worse. And by the time they actually, you know, start going through puberty, start actually having things function, they are no longer attracted to typically what they're supposed to be attracted to. And then the result of all of this is to have some poor girl probably have some ridiculous self-image issues. Again, should she be posting herself like this on TikTok? No, she should not. But it also like, it sucks that she fell victim to this. You know, the trend where it's like, oh my God, they're so far apart. And that's like, again, that is her fixing it up too. Because again, we took a look at another dress. What was the first one? Yeah, this was the other version of it over here. And, you know, it's still muted. Okay, I just had to make sure before I played it. A lot of people were going crazy about this one. Like, it's absolutely insane. I mean, I feel bad, but it's part of the internet culture. I'm kind of like conflicted on that sense. Like, again, they're so far. Some of y'all clearly never seen any before. It's crazy. Like imagine what these guys are thinking by the time they actually do end up in, you know, with the rate that things are going. A lot of people addicted to the adult content are not going to ever experience a girl in real life because things are only getting worse and worse. What do you think happens when a girl lies on her back? What do you think happens? You think they just stay put? You know, like it's insane. But for the most part, a lot of these comments have been cleared up, but a lot of comments that actually made this a topic worth talking about was everybody just talking about like them being far apart, right? Do y'all expect them to be stuck together? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You expect them to just be like all the time? I don't understand, man. And I unfortunately agree with these comments over here. Boys, we already know that you've never seen a breast in your life except on a screen. You didn't need to prove it. Please shut the hell up. She's gorgeous. Have men in her comments ever seen anything other than anime girls? Yep. I like these ones. If that's far apart, mine each are sold separately. If those are far apart, mine have restraining orders against each other. I love it. And I know people are talking about like looking for the invisible haters, but these, I don't like the crazy thing is they're not haters. Everybody's mind has been so corrupted to the point where if you haven't seen a real girl in real life, one, you would think it looks weird, which is wild to me. It's supposed to be like the greatest experience of your entire life. You know, you remember like if anybody's still around my age, I'm currently 26 years old. You remember like the first time that you actually ended up getting to see a girl naked in real life, like the anticipation of it and like how absolutely amazing it was. Now people have had their minds so corrupted that they're going to take a look at any girl like this and they're going to be like, why are they so far apart? Why? That's weird. I can't imagine what they're thinking about, like, you know, other body parts, to be honest with you. It's absolutely insane. Why are they so far away? See, y'all shouldn't even be looking. She also shouldn't be posting it, to be honest with you. That's the goal. Mine are countries away. I like that they're kind of, I like that people are riding with it, to be honest. Now I'm really disappointed because why are we talking about her body and it's normal? Like, why can't we all just comment about how beautiful she is and how good this dress suits her? That was probably the goal, but that's just the internet culture. Again, I am kind of against people just posting, you know, that type of content. It's a conversation for another time, but it's also damaging to a woman's psyche after a little bit. And you know what? Look what happened. She just became a horrible victim of circumstance over here. Like, you know, attention, final boss. Then this is the one of her actually acknowledging it, you know, and this is where she ended up actually fixing it over here. I would imagine that people even like expected to be a little bit more. Yeah, look, I actually didn't watch the first TikTok. I just looked at. Yeah, she's like, really? Are you kidding me right now? What's going on? But like a lot of comments are pointing out, people are just like completely outing themselves that they've never seen any girl in real life. And it's, It's sad that that's normal, okay? Are people just finding out that that it's the bra that pushes them up and makes them closer? Guys, they're only close together because she's got some form of support. No one's as naturally together, and clearly in quotations because someone said that. I'm just imagining someone actually, like, you know, finally getting a girl in bed, and then they sit how they naturally sit, and instead of thinking like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life, I can't wait to, you know, like, you know, participate in the activity I'm about to participate in. Instead, the thought is, that's strange, and their mind has been so corrupted to the point where that is no longer attractive. Things are only going to get worse and worse, especially with AI in the way. But think about it. We've reached a point in society where something like this is no longer attractive to young men today. This is, in my opinion, the biggest problem in, if not one of the biggest problems in society, is adult content and how it's warping the minds of people. People are no longer normal. People are looking for some sort of supernormal stimuli, something that is not found in nature. And it's going, I mean, it already has affected dating, but it's only going to get worse. It's not going to get any better. And then now that we have AI giving people their deepest and darkest desires, and it's only in its infancy, this problem is not going away, man. Let me know what you think about it down below. Thank you very much for watching the video, everybody. Check out this video on screen. We talk about anything trending on this channel, and YouTube thinks that you would like this the best. Thank you very much for being here, everybody. Take care.